Late season is probably becoming my favorite time to hunt. I think part of it's because it just plain makes me feel tough. You know, it's cold, it's nasty, it's miserable, but there's that mentality of grinding it out till the very end and getting the job done that appeals to me and is just so rewarding. But I think the biggest reason that I love the late season is your success is contingent on the work that you do all year long. Me personally, that's what I love the most about hunting. It's the planning, it's the process, and when success is the end result, it just doesn't get much better than that.
This moment is a reflection of where you've been, where you are, and where you will be. This moment is a step into the unknown, not one that asks what or where, but who. This moment is a step on hallowed ground.
You know, Iowa treated us very well right out of the gates, and with a bucket of doe on the ground right away, it really gave us an opportunity to just sit back and really be selective when and where we hunted. Having a low impact on our property is crucial for us to be successful. Realistically, we weren't going to be hunting bucks until the late season, but with a doe tag in my pocket, that did not stop us from getting out and trying to put some meat in the freezer.
That's the bloodiest mess I've ever seen. Well, just found her doe. She ran all of 40 yards maybe. She broke her offside shoulder. We aren't showing her for a reason because that exit just absolutely destroyed her. Found half the arrow, but I'm definitely gonna have to call up QAD and order some more X's broadheads. Straight through both shoulders, snapped the offside one. Unbelievable. She was dead when she was running, but awesome product, honestly. So we'll get her dragged out of here. She at least ran 45 yards closer to where we got to go, so we'll get her out of here.
Hallowed Ground Outdoors is brought to you by Quality Archery Designs. You take care of the shot, we'll take care of the rest. Halo Extanium rangefinders. Never compromise, never miss. Tinks, America's #1 leading buck lure. Diamond buck blinds, a cut above the rest. Muddy Outdoors. Out here, our reputation is what defines us. Sportsman's Guide. For everything to outfit your passion at lowest prices guaranteed. Caldwell Shooting Supplies. Accuracy anywhere. Fog Zero. Keep your optics clean and fog free for a clear shot every time. Extreme Hunting Solutions Stick and Lick Screw and Deer Attractant. Outlast the competition. Lockdown Vault Accessories. Get organized, save time, get the most out of your vault.
What does it take to get to the top? It takes determination. When you're done, get up and do it again. It takes everything physically and mentally that you can pull from within. It takes hard work, and no one's going to hand it to you. It takes everything you've got, but only one rest. The Ultra Rest by QAD.
This episode is brought to you by Buck Cage. Buck Cage is a revolutionary scent dispersal system that will change the way you think about using liquid scents. Buck Cage, the last scent dispenser you will ever buy.
Iowa sets a quota per county for how many doe tags you could get. And this year, I was only able to get 2 tags, which was kind of frustrating because on this specific property, the buck to doe ratio is way out of whack. The next chance that I was going to get at a buck was going to be in the late season. So it was just a matter of being patient and hoping that all that hard work we did with our food plots, with our blinds, all that strategizing was going to pay off when muzzleloader season opened up in December. It is the end of July. We're sitting out here on one of our properties, and this is the first year we're putting a food plot right here, and really excited about it. We've been using Evolved Harvest food plot mix for about the last 4 years and just had incredible success with it. Today on this specific plot, we're putting in 7-card stud, and it's probably one of my favorite mixes that Evolved Harvest has because it's got something for every single part of the season. It's got oats, turnips, winter peas, chicory, radishes, clover, just an awesome variety that give the deer food at any given point in the season. Having food is crucial to being successful in the fall, and that's why we put in a lot of time and a lot of hard work this time of year. That's why we plant Evolved Harvest. So we're gonna get to work, get a little dirty, get this 7-card stud in the ground, and no doubt about it, it's gonna pay off this fall. So we're gonna get after it. Food plots were popping. We had all our stands and our blinds in place, and in Iowa, you can actually fill your muzzleloader with a bow or your gun. So that was gonna be the plan. We were just waiting for opening day. Specific property sets up really nice for late season. In the morning, we sit on the travel routes going back to their bedding area. In the evenings, we're out on our food plots and just trying to play the odds and eventually hoping that the right buck's gonna walk by. We actually do a lot of glassing late season. You know, the deer patterns are shifting and you have to adjust your game plan accordingly. It's a matter of finding the deer and doing what has to get done to get it done.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Give your reasoning behind this innovation.
There's a lack of trees in the middle of this CRP field, so we're going to bring the trees to the CRP field.
lot of deer, but I knew that we just had to make some adjustments in order to get the job done. So we decided to go out one night during the middle of the night, set up a Midwest hay bale blind in the CRP field, overlooking their bedding area where they were coming out each and every night to just browse on the grass before heading to our bigger food plots. It's something that has worked for us in the past, so we made the move and we're just hoping it was going to pay off.
Hallowed Ground Outdoors is brought to you by Quiet Cat. Quiet Cat's the ultimate electric hunting vehicle that changes the way you access your hunting ground forever. Quiet Cat is built like a bull and hunts like a cat. Order yours direct and through Cabela's.
We are hunters. We spend the preseason studying the weaknesses of our prey. As the season wears on, we grow closer to exploiting those weaknesses. So when the magical hour is upon us, when the moment of truth arrives, we will emerge victorious. Tinks, America's #1 buck lure.
This segment is brought to you by Hoyman Tree Saws, fully extendable premium tree saws.
First sitting the hay bale blind, the deer weren't paying any attention to it. Watching a couple different groups of does and fawns, there was one yearling feeding right out in front of us, and I was glassing her, switch over, glass another group, swing back to her, and all of a sudden she picks her head up and she's got antlers, and it's a buck that we were all too familiar with.
Oh yeah, that's a nice buck.
We had hundreds of trail camera pictures of this deer, saw him on opening day when I killed my buck, and he was a handsome deer. When your season's winding down, when you have the pressure of getting episodes out, this deer was tempting. I mean, incredibly tempting, but the right decision from a management standpoint was to let him walk. So that's what we did. Felt good about where we were at, and really felt like going into the last couple days of the season, we were right in the mix to get it done.
Left in the season means he only needs 5 more days to survive until next season when he'll be a stud. So pretty tempting to pull the trigger.
We're headed out to a field where we put up a Midwest hay bale blind a couple nights ago, and deer been feeding out about every single evening, and just basically browsing on the CRP grass. It's about 12:15 right now, so really deer haven't been moving until about 3 o'clock or so. But we got a snowstorm that's supposed to come in tonight and dump about 8 inches of snow on us. So we've only got a couple days left in the season, so we don't want to leave anything to chance. So we're going to get in here a little bit early and get set up and see what happens. There's still a couple bucks that are on our hit list that we think made it through shotgun season. So we're about 2 minutes away here. We're going to pull up and try to get it done before we have to head to the ATA show and our Iowa season comes to an end. We are in need of a kill. You gotta be absolutely kidding me. Well, we just pulled into the field, and not to the field, we're on the road, overlooking the field. You can't get him on film, can you?
There's no way. No, this one's.
There's an 8-pointer that we've been after for 2 years.
and he's at least 6 years old. I've got 2 years of sheds to him. Haven't seen him all year, and he's standing about 150 yards from the blind right now with 2 does. We're probably, our blind where we're set up is probably just 100 yards off their bedding area, and the trail camera that we put up, basically everything was coming in later on pictures, but I suppose with this storm coming, even though we're way earlier than we have been hunting every single day, he's already out there. That's just maddening. If I could kill any buck this year, that would be the one. Yeah. Oh, he's going back into the woods. Yeah. There he goes. Alright. Let's try to... He just went back into the woods. We'll spin around in this field drive and get set up. Make sure I don't get killed here. Get set up before he comes back out. I don't know if he's that close. There's plenty of time. There's no reason why he won't come back out before shooting time's over. We'll just get there and then we'll just roll as fast as we can. This episode of Hallowed Ground Outdoors is brought to you by HuntStand. HuntStand Lite mobile app offers the most comprehensive tools to get the most out of your hunt. Marking hunt zones and trail camera locations has never been easier. HuntStand. Map, plan, hunt. This segment is brought to you by Real Avid Hunting Knives. Our knives aren't for every hunter, just the successful ones.
There's enough propane in this thing. Alright, Joe. Give it to us. It's freezing cold. It's like -1 air temperatures. It's only gonna get colder. I think that's the high for today. Hopefully that guy comes back. I think he was might have been our maturing pointer that I've been after for 2 years. So nothing would close out the season better than putting him on the ground. But it's freezing cold. We're not completely roughing it because we do have a heater. But see what we can get done. That's your cardinal, Max. Max has a thing for cardinals. They're kind of like his good luck. I hope it's our good luck. That's him. Yeah, baby. That's him. You just get on that other camera and make sure that you're on him. You got both cameras on him. Yep. That was a buck that was out here when we drove by on the road. I thought for sure he was gone. My hands are icicles, holy buckets. I have 1, if not 2 years, sheds of him. Had 3 opportunities last year with the bow. I know that the Lord had it in his plans to kill that deer. If there's any deer on this property that I wanted to kill, that is it. Season is winding down here in Iowa. We got to go to the ATA show. We're low on episodes. God has provided every single year for Hallowed Ground with content. We just hammered the big mature 8-pointer. I'm so excited and freezing. I will have another cup of coffee and we will go
Get him.
get him. Should we get him or should we pop a doe? Because there will be a doe coming out tonight.
We should probably shoot a doe.
We should probably double up tonight.
That will be the plan. Dude. Dream team.
I was pretty amped up, and we were gonna sit there for a little bit longer and maybe try to whack a doe, but the snow was coming down, and we just decided that we needed to get out and go try to recover that buck.
We would have found this thing shed hunting. I don't know how on earth you saw that. I knew that this was his home area. I just think that, I just plain think an old buck like this, he just didn't move much until the rut. Then all of a sudden, out he walked tonight. You work hard all year long, and this is the goal right here, kill a mature buck, and got it done. Which is very rewarding.
Personally, I feel that the more you have invested in the process, the more enjoyable the end result is when it all comes together. You're not going to win them all, but when you do things right, when you put in your work, you're giving yourself a chance. And if the Lord wants it to happen, I guarantee you it's going to happen. And it was just an incredible way to end an awesome season.
To an old oak tree and an old deer stand. It's a place where I've seen my Maker's face, and where I'm born again as sunrise by His amazing grace. A peace and a purpose I have found in this sanctuary, my hallowed ground. And I am standing on this hallowed ground, where I was born, and it's where they lay me down. If anybody asks where I can be found, you tell them I'll be right here on this hallowed ground. Yeah, I'll be right here on this hallowed ground. Yeah, I'll be standing on this hallowed ground.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Flextone Deer Calls. Flextone Deer Calls offer a variety of calls for any situation. No matter what deer vocalization you need to produce, Flextone has you covered. Flextone Game Calls, designed by nature, Flextone engineers.